I was always fascinated with the different types of food that made its way into our world. One food that really stood out to me was egg rolls. Egg rolls are a type of Asian food that is one of a mandatory to serve whether at a party, a restaurant, or even at home. Why you should care about this is because you might like them too. I will tell you some background information, some materials needed to make them, and how to make egg rolls. Some background information. An egg roll is a Chinese snack that consists of diced meat or shrimp and shredded vegetables wrapped up in a dough, which is made of eggs, and it's deep fried. This information came from dictionary.com. In 2007, a study by Technomic found that 43% of all appetizers in restaurants throughout the US were egg rolls of some variety. This information came from simplemanifestation.com. No one knows who created egg rolls, but people think that it was Asians who first created them. That information came from whoinventedit.net. Egg rolls were likely invented in New York around the 1930s. The information came from merchantsunstar.com. Alright, first things first, materials needed. You can put on an apron but it's really up to you because you might get messy while making egg rolls. First ingredient will be cabbage. You have to cut them into slices like this. Next ingredient will be carrots. You can cut them into slices or you can buy them from any place already cut. Next ingredient will be the clear noodles. They look like this. You first rinse them out, leave them in water, and then rinse it out for 10 minutes, and then cut them into pieces so you won't have long noodles in the egg rolls. Like this. Next ingredient will be any type of meat, but I chose to use the ground meat. You can use any type of meat. It can be pork, beef, turkey, or chicken. Whatever you want, because some people prefer different types of meat. And the last ingredient will be eggs. And, well, the actual last ingredient will be egg roll wrappers. They look like this. But then, in order for you to use them, you have to take them out one by one for each egg roll. Alright, how to make them. You mix each ingredient together first. So I'm using a handful of clear noodles, cabbage, carrots, about like a handful of meat, then mix them up together. For the seasoning, I'm going to use salt. And also some oyster sauce. You can basically use whatever type of seasoning you want. So as long as it tastes good. Keep mixing them up. Alright, it should look like this. Next will be the eggs. You're going to use 2 eggs. But in one of the eggs, you're going to take out the yolk. And there's one. So just take out the rest, but just leave the yolk. Alright, mix them up. This is the messy process. You can add more flavor if you want into it. After you put the eggs, it should really look like a gooey mess, like this. Right, next will be time to make the egg rolls. Out the way. Okay, we're gonna use one layer of the egg roll wrappers. Lay them like a diamond. Grab like a handful and put it like towards the bottom of the wrapper. Near the tip, basically. This. Near the tip. So that way you can have space to roll it up. They take the tip and that's when you start rolling up. And then you leave a little bit of space so you scooch it down. And then roll it up. Take the tip. Put it inward. And you keep rolling. Before you get to the end, you take some of the egg yolk to close it. You put on the tip. There you go. That's how you make an egg roll. For the last step, you have to put it in deep fry with oil. You cook it for like until it gets dark, like a deep brown. And there you go. That's how you make an egg roll. Everyone should try egg rolls if you haven't so already. We talked about some background information for egg rolls, some materials needed for them, and the procedures. Hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you.